after their homes were destroyed following the passage of 8 Westmoreland families spent Christmas in their own homes following the intervention of Project Restoration. The 8 are of 10 families who've been targeted for assistance after their homes were destroyed following the passage of Hurricane Melissa in October. Project Restoration is a locally based not-for-profit initiative involving ISA construction aimed at rebuilding homes devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Ariane Williams of Project Restoration says she was inspired to act based on the devastation she witnessed when she went to the parish to distribute much-needed supplies. Ms. Williams says she has partnered with ISA Construction to rebuild the homes before the end of the year. She says that was a crib in a destroyed structure that propelled her into action.
I then met a lady named Shanake. Shanake has 4 beautiful children. When we showed up where the home used to be, there was a crib. There was a the children were all so beautiful. Gentle. She had nowhere, she had nowhere to put her baby. I saw houses that had been shredded like pieces of paper, houses that had been like almost burned like a stone away, from one.
She's called for action to rebuild structures across the parish's hardest hit.
This is a mammoth task. This is a task that requires all hands on deck. The government alone cannot do it. And I think that our civic duty as we can do to be part of the rebuilding process and do things in a more intelligent way than we've done them before. And I realize all the clothes, all the food, all the things that people are saying they are wonderful, but they have nowhere to put them. And it's still raining. It rains most days down there still heavily. And they have nowhere to put them.
Morning. Ariane Williams of Project Restoration.
The doctors' protest today at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. And today we have with us the President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, Dawn Marie Richards, and we should also be joined by President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Renee Badro. I think we have Ms. Richards online at the moment. Ms. Richards?
Hello, good evening, Alshane.
Good evening to you. Welcome. Tell us, what exactly transpired today? Nurses walked out today because of environmental concerns. I noticed that things started off from Wednesday and it culminated today. What exactly are you seeing and what caused you now to reach this breaking point?
All right, so what started on Wednesday was some action by our nurses assigned to the accident. The concerns are many, so they complained a lot about overcrowding, unsafe working conditions, rodent infestation, lack of resources, among other things. The culmination today, I would attribute to the fact that persons were just tired and fed up of the non-action by them others to seek to remedy the situation. And one of the challenges is that every time something means any department, it is the nurses that get blamed, even when they have no control over the situation.
What exactly? No safety. The environmental standards, the space is inadequate.
So we would have known that for the last 9 years, the Cornwall Regional Hospital has been in the news in relation to environmental issues. There have been attempts to sort the environmental issues out, but these have led to closure of main areas at this facility. Because of the closures, they have sought to remedy the situation by utilizing alternate spaces. So since it was A&E that incident is occurred today, I'm going to talk about the A&E department. The A&E department from Cornwall Regional Hospital is now being housed at the Mount Salem Health Center, which is on the compound of the same Cornwall Regional facility. That facility was retrofitted, is not the best word, but I'm going to use it to accommodate the A&E, which is under repairs based on the environmental issues. That facility would have been able to facilitate 39 to 40 persons, patients. This morning there were 115 patients in that place. That cannot be a human situation. And the nurses continue to work, and it is not just today. These situations have been happening prior to today. They have been happening prior to Melissa. So it's not a matter of something new. And we don't see anything happening. Nothing is happening to alleviate the problems. Interestingly, out of today's action, I am now being informed that some work has started on buildings that were impacted by Melissa to alleviate the stress and the strain from the existing A&E department.
Okay, Dr. Badro, I think you're online. We can bring you in right here. How does the situation impact surgical outcomes and patient care and patient mortality?
Hi, good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Well, you can imagine if a healthcare worker is tired, they're stressed out, and they're burnt out. What we have a situation that can be a nest for medical legal disasters. If you have a doctor who is senior and the doctor is tired, when you're tired, sometimes your judgment is impaired. For any person, anybody, judgment is impaired. That's a normal reaction for human. Now, with the almost tripling of the amount of persons or patients that can be accommodated, and the doctors that are there, and nurses that are there, and staff that is there, we run the risk of possibilities that are not, that are not favorable for our patients. And for that reason, we have joined the nurses and agreed with them that this cannot continue. The hazards that exist, biological hazards that exist, cannot continue. Patients being resuscitated on the ground or given CPR on the ground or wherever they can find cannot continue. It's demoralizing to the staff, it's demoralizing to the patients, and we have patients that have self-discharged against medical advice because of this situation. And we simply just cannot,
Right, I think we lost her a while ago, but
blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to Talk Jamaica, our Sunday morning show, yeah? When you come on a Sunday morning, it is your show to talk to us. 876-804-7072. Yeah, man. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9 a.m.
9 a.m. inside the beautiful island of Jamaica. Yes, peeps, whole heap of things on the agenda. Alexa, what's the headline in the Jamaica Gleaner this morning?
I don't understand what you meant by that question.
Alexa, man, Alexa. I hear Amazon say that they are going to upgrade you. Alexa, you don't know what the headline is in the Gleaner this morning?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, well, Alexa know a few things, not a lot.
I'd like to know what went wrong. If you want to give me more details, just say, I have feedback.
Alexa, I have feedback. You need to tell me what the headline is in the Jamaica Gleaner today. Lord have mercy. We shut down Alex. Yes, peeps, good morning, everybody. Once again, welcome to Talk Jamaica. Sunday mornings, we come on to give you a chance to speak. We don't bring on guests on the Sunday morning show because the Sunday morning show is designed for the listeners and the viewers of Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, we invite you to subscribe, like, share, click the notification bell to ensure that whenever we are on, you are notified so you can join us. We ask you to become a Portland Spice ambassador. By becoming a Portland Spice ambassador, what we ask you to do is to share the channel, tell people about the channel. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. We just leave the 9,000 seat and we are heading to 10,000. We ask for your assistance to take us to 10,000 subscribers. One of the channels with the most information, the most cogent and recent information on Jamaican politics, the Jamaican economy, and the life of the Jamaican people. The life of the Jamaican people now is really rough. Listen to our nurses right now talking about the people. Nurses. Yes. Oh, we're not hearing the nurses. Why are we not hearing them? Oh. Let's go back.
No work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. 150 patients in 2 buildings. 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 No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. Nurses are at risk. Nurses are at risk. Doctors are at risk. Doctors are at risk. Patients are at risk. Patients are at risk. Can't save patients on floor. Can't save patients on floor.
So, it is over 9 years that the Cornwall Regional Hospital has been worked on. Over 9 years. And the Minister of Health keeps his job and continues to squander the people of Jamaica's money. The Auditor General spoke about the University Hospital of the West Indies giving up their duty-free to companies to import stuff on the island and then purchasing the same stuff from these companies at high prices. And I see the labor rights them out there calling one company name. Hypocrites. Belkels. What happened to the other companies? You don't know them name. How do you get that one company name? Is one company the Auditor General say? Or is 3 or 4? So what happened to the other companies? Oh, I guess the other companies are aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party. So no can't call them name. Because they are aligned. Hold on. They are aligned to Funo Party. So no can't call them name. You're a set of Belkels. A set of hypocrites. And a set of traitors to the Jamaican people. and the Jamaican island. Traitors you all are. Because you're hiding the truth and cherry picking. Cherry picking. If Jack then get a blind, I want to hazard a guess that Jack then would have gotten the least of the amount. And there's a whole heap of things about Jack then, you know. Lot of stories about Jack then. But I am hazarding a guess that if Jack then is involved, they get the least. And I saw my comrade and friend, Dr. Alfred Dawes, making it clear that he has never been aligned to Jack then. Never. And, you know, I want to tell the Labourite bloggers and bloggers, I am making myself available to come on to any one of your platform who is willing to invite me on. I am willing to come on and have a respectable discussion with any one of you. Because I can do that because the truth does not rest with your side. You all have to lie and concoct stories to have any say. Because if you really, really stick to the truth, you don't have to run away. You don't have to run away. Marlene, good morning. Minty Rule, morning. Caroline, morning. Morning, everybody in the chat room. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. Jamaica is at serious risk. Serious. But some people are not understanding. And that is why yesterday, Fabian, yeah man, Colleen, James, that's why yesterday I said to Ed Boy, leave them alone. Make them cipher them thing. Yeah man, because we all had a chance to really make the thing work the way it should work. We had a chance to change government. And we came out here and we put the truth out there. But some people rather a belly full than a future laced with success. You know, one of the things, you know, is a lady that used to help me on the farm, Miss Rose. And there was this guy who used to also help on the farm, but anytime he see a bigger money, he left. And then he come back and beg to work. And I heard Miss Rose told him one day that a constant drizzle is better than one downpour. Here, a constant drizzle is better than one downpour. But some people don't understand what that means. So they want it now. They want it today. Them not depend no futuristic thing. Hold on the youth. Hold on. Them not depend nothing where say have some patience and things will come your way. As me say, them want it now. Today them want it. No. Marshy.
Morning, what do you do?
Me there, man. What go on?
handsome. To God be the glory.
Great things he had done.
When you talk back to me, it's so awful in my phone. I don't know if it affect everybody.
No, we are hearing you clear. I don't know why it sounds so awful. But we are hearing you very clear.
Yeah.
Any,
all right. Well,
talk to me.
It seems to be better. It seems to be better now.
Talk to me. Yeah.
You know, once I went by Parliament outside and I saw some journalists from a certain media house. And, you know, I said to the man I wanted to, I'm in talk plain, me not go around the curve. I said to the man, I said to one of the journalists, I want you tell George Davis this to me. I want you tape it, and him tape it. And I said to George Davis that you, George Davis, and your boss is worse than a junker. And he take it and he put it on radio the next morning and on TV too. And show me up how me evil, and if me catch him, me would have kill him and all of them things. Those words is coming. And some people take me on and say that's me out of order, me shouldn't do it. Now, two of those persons come back to me days after, and them say, you know, Mr. Marshall did right, the man then dirty for true, you know. Yeah, they're really dirty. Them no want, you see, me not this thing are you with them, no want to find out the rest of the people, them, you know.
They know them. They know the rest. They know the rest. They know the rest. They are just a set of hypocrites.
Yes, they know them very well. And you see what them do now? Alfred Dada go talk now.
Yeah, man.
Which film bowl of them are going to put on? Because Alfred go talk. Now,
Well,
them are protect one man named Christopher Tufton. Then can't protect you no more. You see who decide to start? The nurse them. Most of the nurse them are women. It takes some women. It takes some women to start off this thing. Things get bad. Can you have a hospital and rat become the patient?
tell her.
Hospital where they protect people and rat become the patient. Then again, the rat them small. They're very smart. They know say them main colleagues who respond to the hospital is a rat.
You know, I said, Marshy, that I am making myself available to appear on any labor right vlogger or labor right blogger or broadcaster. In fact, Nationwide called me the other day that they wanted me to come on to talk about misinformation. And I said to them, yes, I am willing to come, but at the time when you want me, I will be on my live. So let's do a simulcast. They didn't call me back because I was ready to go, but I wouldn't come off of my channel to go on theirs. So I said, let's do a simulcast. You are on mine and I am on yours, and we have the discussion.
Yes.
But they didn't come back. But I am making myself available to be on any one of the labor rights show them. Once you are respectful and we have a respectful conversation.
And remember, when you go to Nationwide, they are bloggers. They are not journalists.
No, man. Bloggers and vloggers.
Yeah, they are just a set of bloggers. And they are JLB bloggers, and they have a right to do so, but they must be honest. Just be honest. Just come with the truth.
They don't have to be honest. They don't need to be honest because they can't. And I'll tell you something. Any labor right platform you go on, there have to be lies. Because the only way the GLP can look good, you have to tell lies. And that's why Andrew Holness comes out and they talk about FinSac. Because just listen the whole argument about FinSac. And they, the Labour Party administration, first under Bruce Golding, then under Andrew Holness, launched an inquiry, a FinSac inquiry. They got report and cannot release it But at the same time, every time they talk, oh, FinSac, FinSac. Yeah? The Prime Minister.
They can't release it.
Exactly. So I am willing to go there to any one of them to speak truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I understand that they will tell lies because that's all they can do, Marshall. No labor right. Can't sit down and talk for 2 hours without tell a lie.
No, they
None.
can't. Because let me tell you, because they know that 90% of their supporters cannot read.
I don't agree with that, though.
Cannot read?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree that 90% can't read.
They don't read.
No, well, some of them don't read, and then what 90% of them don't have is comprehension. Because some people can read, but if you question them about the passage that they read, they can't answer the questions. So it's comprehension is the problem.
Tell them to stop saying nephew, because them only make nephew look more like fool more than anything.
No, let me tell you something. Nephew, you see, let me tell you, and I'll tell you why nephew love this program. Nephew is a comrade. But when you, I don't know if you ever hear the story about an eagle that was born in a chicken nest. The eagle egg end up in the fowl, in the chicken egg nest. And the chicken, the fowl sat on it and hatched the egg. So when the egg was hatched and the chicks were running around, the eagle have always been saying to himself, him look different. But because him amongst the chicken, him behave like a chicken. One day, it's not that he can't fly. He just not fly because he believe him a chicken. One day he saw an eagle soaring and I said, wow, that look like me and soaring. And it's that time he start realizing, no, but me no chicken. So nephew is a comrade, but because him surround himself with the labor rights and take on the labor right lines and foolishness, he might go on like him a labor right, but you realize that when nephew talk to me, nephew normally come to what I am saying at the end of the day. You know, realize that? Yeah, so.
Well, listen, I heard about a labor right who went to the doctor, and the doctor examined him and run a test for him, and the doctor said to him, but you suffer from a certain syndrome, and him said, what kind of syndrome that? The doctor said, you suffer from the Aphyli syndrome.
Don't tell her what a Aphyli syndrome. I like it. Aphyli. Yeah. Aphyli syndrome. Somebody saying I must get. Thank you, Marcy. Somebody saying I must get Cliff Hughes or George Davis to come on the show. No, call them, no, tell them. 876-804-7072. Tell them to come. Tell them to come. Invite them. I don't know neither Cliff Hughes or George Davis number. I do have a number for Nationwide because I have appeared there before. And as I said to you all, I am ready to go on any one of them. Except the shaky one. I'm not giving no forward. The shaky one there. Dangerous youth. And the producer wouldn't allow me to go on his program. So, make him stay. But any other one, I am willing to go ready. Once there is respect, I don't expect truth. Because as I said to you all, no labor right broadcaster, vlogger, blogger, or anyone cannot sit down for 2 hours and don't tell a lie. None. Not even the Prime Minister. In fact, the Prime Minister is the architect of the lies that they spill. When the Prime Minister said 20 years ago or 30 years ago, Jamaica could not approach the multilaterals. What a wicked and liar man. And it pains my heart, when I have to refer to my Prime Minister that way. It really pains my heart. But the truth is just the truth. The truth is just the truth. And when I come here, I ask the Almighty God to let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in His sight. Help me to speak truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah? So, Talk Jamaica. Now give me a call, 876-804-7072. Everybody like up the channel, please. Touch the thumbs up. It don't really cost nothing to touch the thumbs up to show that you appreciate the video and you are engaging in what we are doing. Yeah, man. Now, I want to talk about Dr. Chris Tufton. Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health. And you know, I don't listen to Emily Shields no more. Like her, you know. Like her to bits. And used to look forward to our investigative journalism aspect. But I realized that Emily is covering up and is not as forthright as she used to be. Because Emily have Dr. Tufton, I think, every Friday. And she not ask him the pertinent questions. Oh, Miss Shaky? Now, man, let me tell you something. I have a serious issue with frenemies. It's a very serious issue. And I don't keep a lot of friends. My circle is very small. Because if you have a friend, me defend you to the end. Defend you. And when me see somebody who I used to have around me, yeah, have him around me and I groom him and give him opportunities. And then me see the same person. And I can't even say for politics. I don't know is what. Why this person constantly coming at me. And not coming at me with the truth, you know. With lies. Blatant lies. Coming at me with lies. I mean, I say, what is this? And then I remember times when I was warned about this person. Warned about this person. I may never pay the warnings them. No mind. I tell you. Never pay the warnings them. No mind. So, avoid them. Avoid them. And the producer is very serious about me sharing space with that person. I know him watching because him always watch the show. Him not miss the show. And once him see something when think would go against me, him cut it off and put it on him platform right away. The other day somebody called one of my number and say, is this Boston Beach? Man, cut it off and put it up right away. So, wouldn't appear on film platform. But any other GLP platform, and I don't like me not say others tell lies on me. I saw them telling lies. But I still would go because I never consider them my friend. And that's the difference with this youth. I mean, consider him a friend, a brother. Yeah? Like a nephew. I did consider him. And therefore, we no longer give opportunities to those people. So Dr. Chris Tufton, in 2016, the issue of moles came up at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. I don't hear from Junior yet. I don't hear from Junior yet. I wonder what happened to Junior. Yeah, man, it hurt me. I'm not lie. It hurt me. Somebody who me look out for. May I tell you? Somebody who confide in me I'm used to confide in him. Yeah. And therefore, when you realize that them people are not with you, you have. And you know, sometimes when it comes to them things, I'm kind of naive, you know, because up until recently, I go up on him show, you know, you see him show go on and few people are watching, I go on and it double. And the producer get vexed. Because me not gonna come here and talk the things them. But I would have said things to the producer, you know, where we were coming from. Yeah, I haven't heard Mystical in a while. I need to call Mystical. Because I haven't heard Mystical in a while either. But I have number for Mystical. I don't have a personal number for Junior. I not even remember the number when you used to call from, you know. But I have number for Mystical. But I want to talk about Dr. Tufton, you know, people. I want to talk about Dr. Tufton because Dr. Tufton's situation is also a hurtful situation. What Dr. Tufton has cost this country is out of this world. Out of this world. What Dr. Tufton has cost this country. Mystically. A long time we're not talking, man. What's happening?
Long time. We have some technological challenges, brother.
This one is on WhatsApp?
No, this is the problem. I'm not on WhatsApp. I want to use love on WhatsApp collapse and
Me can't put you on here because the people in the chat room I said them long to hear you.
yeah, come on, man. By now and another week.
You sort out. All right. All right. All right. All right. Mystical is well, my people. And so hopefully in the week, you know, he will sort out everything and link us up. Are you forgetting Emily's maiden name? No, my viewers and listeners, Madam Producer. You don't know Emily maiden name? Crooks. But I wouldn't class her as a crook, though. I would never class Emily as a crook. Her maiden name is Crooks. Emily Crooks Shield. But no, Emily is like bamboo. Emily coming like dry bamboo. When the truth hit her, she blaze up. But she only can blaze up for a few minutes because she have to hold down fast and ease off the pressure. Michelle Charles, where's Michelle Charles? Anybody see Michelle Charles around? Miss Charles, we realize that you have responded to the hospital issue. But Miss Charles, the bigger issue, you have been accused of stealing from the public purse. Michelle Charles, you have been accused of stealing from the public purse. What go on, General? Ed boy.
Hi, brother and friend.
Anybody see Michelle Charles?
I am looking for her.
Michelle Charles, you have been accused of stealing from the public purse, Miss Charles. Why you don't come respond to that? You have responded to the hospital situation. Why you not responding to the allegation of spending CDF money long after your MPship has ended? Talk to me, Ed boy.
You know, Kalina feel sorry for her. She can't help herself. It is a part of her child's DNA. Yeah? It's a part of her DNA. So the father, so the sister.
So the father, so my son. My father was a girl, listen, and see him, so me come.
The father was a thief and I see him, so me come.
Tala, mutana, mutana, tala. What is this now?
Right?
So then take old burial land from the people of St. Thomas. They can't tell where they get it. They can't tell what they did to get it. But they have the land. Yeah? And
Yes,
they
sir.
will never give an ordinary youth in eastern St. Thomas a chance to use a 5-acre until they're ready to use that so-called land. Right? To farm. Right? But the MP can be concerned about her heel balm.
And they spent $60 million to fix the road to go to the Great House, right?
And I'm Colin, you know that this political family called Charles is the sword that has been framed against Jamaica from 1970. When this little boy, Colonel Charles, came back home at his age, I'm referring to when he was younger, when he came home, the hatred Colonel Charles had, was that he applied to the PNP. I'll tell you it, because nobody now tell people his history.
Yes.
He applied to the People's National Party, and Michael Manley tells him, there's no space for you. We have too much lawyers over here, too much bright people. Where are we going to put you? Then come back from the city of New York, in New York College, NYU, with him little basic political science degree. So there was nothing for him to do, and that's how he formed an hatred against Comrade Michael Manley. Remember, people must understand why Colonel Charles was locked up in the state of emergency in 1976.
Why?
There is court affidavits to show Colonel Charles was threatening to burn down the place and was threatening to poison the dam.
What?
Go back and look at the case of 1976, right? Because he used to go, at that time he was a counselor in Tivoli Gardens. Yeah? He used to behave like he was the baddest man in town. Yeah?
Yeah.
So these guys, that is why now the Charles family can behave the way they behave in Eastern St. Thomas. Them and Ireland used to bad up people.
So hold on. Why was Babsy Grange arrested?
For the same reason. She too was arrested on the basis of inciting violence. But what one of the things they were doing? It was said, and then the CIA now has confirmed it, that weapons were being distributed by these people.
So them are going like they were locked up for no reason.
The one Tam Tavares Simpson, when Portia Simpson Miller was attempting to take Southwestern Town, then it was not until 72 that Portia became 76 that she became MP there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that same Tam Tavares is no saint.
Tell him.
No saint.
Hey yo.
Tom, when you talk, you must remember that I am maybe the youngest political historian in Jamaica. That I've had the privilege of sitting with some of our friends and some of our enemy that were involved and have given me the full history. And they say, son, is only one responsibility you have, is to preserve the history. Don't speak it from the PNP side. Don't speak it from the JLP. Speak it from the facts. And
the truth.
So when they come, Tom Tavares Spence was leading a squad in a place they call Greenwich Town or Greenwich Farm. Yeah? At that time, that era opposed Portia vehemently. She had conquered the now Painland division, and she had now conquered Whitfield Town. But she could not get a footing into this Greenwich Farm. Why? Because goons from Colonel Charles in Denham Town and Tivoli and Tam Tavares would come over, because remember, Greenwich Farm is very close to the West Kingston border.
Yeah.
Along Industrial Terrace there. And Marcus Garvey Drive. And that's how they used to organize against stand up against them.
So when Tom Tavares in the Senate talking about who was locked up, he need to tell us what role he was playing in the political scene back in the 70s and early 80s.
I want people to go get the records of 76, get why they were locked up, get what the trials went up at Red Fence, and why the government of the day did so. They acted on intelligence.
And Red Fence people, Red Fence, for your information, is at Upper Camp. It is the soldiers locked up. When you're a military person and you get arrested, you go to Red Fence. So Colonel Charles and Babsy Grange was locked up at Red Fence.
At Red Fence. And then when you look further and you understand that these guys have a tainted history. And Colin, I hear them talking about third term and another man saying fourth term. I want to ask the Jamaican people a serious question. Yesterday, I saw a release from the U.S. Embassy.
Oh, that one there. Oh, yes.
And I responded to it. Anybody could go on that. I responded to it because I responded to hypocrisy. And I'm not afraid. I don't need a U.S. visa, you know, so I can respond. I will troll the U.S. Embassy every day. I have no responsibility in wanting a U.S. visa. So if it is that, that's a requirement.
Me want mine.
No, Colin, and I'm not telling you to follow me.
I'm not going around any corner. Hold on. Because I said this. I'm not going around any corner. I want my US visa to remain intact. I have children living in the United States. I don't want to go there to live. I will tell you that, Mr. Trump. I do not want to live in your country. No time. I want to visit your country to look for my children. That's about it.
He knows his friends. He knows I am not one of them. So that's okay. And he knows you are one of it. But I am not one.
Me like Trump, and I tell you why I like Trump. I love a man who speaks what he means. And Trump told everybody his intentions, and he's carrying them out.
Well, I mean, let me tell you something. I want to respond to this statement.
Yeah.
Because as I'm telling you, I have nothing against America. I have family in America, friends in America. America is my nearest neighbor and has always been our best friend. So there's no anti-American sentiments. But when you come out with a hypocritical statement where you say that crime has been reduced in Jamaica, that drug running has been reduced, and you want to congratulate the Jamaican government, so I ask the question publicly. Is the U.S. Embassy aware that there have been 378 extrajudicial killings that the police cannot verify what happened in those six scenarios? Are they aware of that? No, it is the same U.S. Embassy in 2010, right, that suspended weapons and ballistic vests to the Jamaica Constabulary Force for what they felt was extrajudicial killings. So I'm asking
in
now,
2010.
Yes, and they did it again
But
in 2030. Before Commissioner Williams became commissioner, we could not purchase weapons from the United States. Remember, there was a shooting incident at the training center over in Spanish Town.
yes.
And live rounds were put in a firearm that should have only had blanks.
Yes.
Because it's training. So that too created the crescendo for the problem we had. And it was Mr. Williams, then Dr. Williams, Carl Williams, who had to come and deal with it. Why could Carl deal with it? Carl studied in the United States. His wife was an adjunct lecturer at Texas A&M, and they were very close to the Americans. And the Americans felt at the time that Dr. Carl Williams had been formed MOCA. MOCA was his thesis. Yes? MOCA, Andrew Holness. So you are trying to tell people you get this doctorate and you write a brilliant thesis about the crime in Jamaica. Why can't we see it implemented? Because Dr. Carl Williams wrote a thesis, on MOCA, combating financial crime.
Yeah.
And other issues. And that thesis was what formed MOCA. That thesis formed MOCA. So I'm simply asking the Jamaican government, will you be honest enough to the United States? Because maybe they don't know.
But here's the other part of the hypocrisy, head boy. The United States is saying all of that, but at the same time, we are on the list that they're freezing visa processing. Immigrant processing. If you rate us so much on a big way, why are we on that list?
But I tell you, and I go back to again, and I ask the question: are there any persons in Andrew Holness's cabinet or himself that the United States have said they cannot continue to operate this way and they don't want to do business with them around? I'm telling you, this is pressure in a colony. You know what is going to come next?
What?
I tell the people what's going to come next. There'll be no B1, B2 if Jamaica doesn't respond by telling Gisco Alpart, the Chinese, to leave.
But Ed boy, no, let's stop right at Gisco Alpart, because that is the largest bauxite area on the island. Aluminum is now at 3,000 US per ton and increasing. And increasing. In fact, they are saying it's going to go up to 4,000. Jamaica needs. Jamaica needs that kind of money. In fact, Ralston yesterday told us that what we are exporting now is about 500 million. That plant alone could have do about $1 billion US. How the backside we can sit down and losing that kind of money?
No, but Colin, I hear you on Ralston. This is the dance and skipping and hopping around. You see me, I don't have the luxury of being politically correct all the time. Yeah, I have to be straightforward and direct. This is the instruction from the United States as far back as when Rubio came there. Remember,
or from Obama, because Obama did speak to us doing business with the Chinese.
No, but
I think Obama referred to them as what? The dragon or the devil, something of the sort?
The dragon. And then Ambassador Moreno, Luigi Moreno, spoke about the same thing. Ambassador Tapia spoke about the same thing. So we've been warned for many years. No, the issue that I'm saying, Colin, I believe from a fundamental point of view, if you know it to be so, why is Floyd Green and the little man down in Southeast St. Elizabeth, Mr. Witter, why the two of them going around promising people in St. Elizabeth that Alpha is going to open and they know it not to be true?
But Ed boy, we need that plan to be opened. The country needs.
I am not arguing about the opening of the plant. I'm pointing to why it cannot be opened.
No, but aren't we a sovereign nation, Ed boy?
Gisco has to remove itself. The same thing we had at Windalco. Remember what happened at Windalco? When Windalco was sanctioned because of the Russian.
Yes.
Okay. So why it is that they cannot come? Because the government is afraid to go tell the people in St. Elizabeth that Gisco has been sanctioned. They're afraid to tell the people that China Harbor Engineering Company has been sanctioned by the US. And they have said to them, that's why this spark now spark. It will not spark.
Boy, hold on. May I hear this argument? I've been hearing it. I am listening to you. I have a lot of respect for you and your information and the knowledge you have. But the question that I must ask, is Jamaica a sovereign nation, and are we allowed to do business with whoever we want to do business with?
We are, when you have a PNP administration in power, not when you have a weak little wash over one of the tyrants who thinks that the only people he can bother up is local, but he can't sit up in front of Washington and say, no, that's not how it works, gentlemen.
But no PNP government can't bad up Washington neither, brother.
No, not bad enough. Not bad. It's a different approach. Not about bad enough. It's an approach that says, look here, let's sit at the table. We iron out this, and this is what we're doing. If it is you have a problem with us, proceed. Colin, let me tell you what is happening with Andrew Williams and his cabinet. One of them have a special visa. Yeah? Let's use that situation.
Then that not fixed. That fixed now. I don't think him still have the special visa. I think him have regular. I said I'm thinking. I think he has a regular visa now, isn't he?
That's what you think. One have a special visa. One cannot travel to the United States, none at all.
Hold on. Is one or two that can't travel? The one from Rona Michelle Charles, the one that can't travel neither. The one from Rona Michelle Charles.
Oh, no, that's two. But you have three. It's not just. This is where I'm going to. You have one that was at energy. Yeah? One that was at energy. Tell him to tell us. Does he still have his US visa?
Who that? Yardman?
Yardman, of course. Yeah? Tell him to tell us, does he still have his US visa? I am telling you, Colin, when you look at the assembly, of Andrew Williams' cabinet, it will be the reason why the US can push them, tout them, deal with them any old way. Because if I have dirt on you, Colin, you could come tell me nothing.
No.
No. You could tell me nothing. And I'm saying that it is the level of compromise. That's why they can't say to the United States, look here, Backside is our biggest major export in Jamaica. We're going to proceed with Gisco Alpha, whether you like it or not. If you have to sanction us, go right ahead. We don't have to use their banking system. We have developed our jail. Simple. But they can't do it, Colin. No, I'm saying, okay, why don't they find another investor for the plan? Why don't they meet with the Chinese and say, look here, divest your shares and let us set up a company like that used to run the one in Clarendon. Yeah? Remember, the Clarendon plant was being run by Jamaicans, you know, Colin.
Yes.
It was being run by Jamaicans, and we, meaning Montague, because I'm on Dr. Nigel Clark had some sweetheart deal. Yeah? Sweetheart deal.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm coming to I tell you the entire cabinet of
No, but you know what I want to do, Ed Boy? I want to call on the PSOJ. I want to call on the churches and the mainstream media in Jamaica to demand the opening of that bauxite plant down there in St. Elizabeth. It cannot be, hold on, it cannot be that in a time of crisis, although them behave like we're not in crisis, but in a time of crisis where we need to export more to grow our economy, and the cost of bauxite, aluminum or alumina is on the rise on the world market, and we have our largest plant closed down.
Like Omar said, I will dream along with you, Minister. I will dream along with you. Let me tell you something. You know what needs to happen? The same thing they did to Petrodan. They must expropriate all the freaking shares from this company, this bauxite company, expropriate it. Tell them, look here, we are not going to allow you to we have issues. Fine, we have a company like the one in Clarendon.
But you can't do the Chinese like what you do the Venezuelan.
Why?
The China, they're not bad man too. You can't take. Hold on. So you can't take a Xi Jinping money?
Yes, we can.
Oh,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why we can. I'll tell you why we can. The same eagle that's telling you to do it. All you do when you complete it, you make sure you give to an American company and let them on China war.
But is there an American company who is ready to take on the bauxite business in Jamaica?
And that's what I'm pointing out to you, Colin. You know, must be an American company ready to take it over. That's like how. Remember, last year before the election, there was a meeting held in Maine with farmer workers and the Chinese and the one there from South with her. If I'm forgetting Francis' name.
Yeah.
Pictures were circulating that the plant was going to reopen. And right as them start talking about that, who come after? Rubio?
Ed Boy, this is a serious one though. This is a critical one. Yes.
This is something, and I'm asking the People's National Party, why are you so silent on these issues? You know the discussion, because guess what happens? Most of the time, the foreign services people, meaning the people who sit in some of these embassies, they come and they meet with people in the People's National Party to give them updates on what is happening. Yeah?
Yeah.
And they know, and I'm telling them, they know why can't this spark program spark? Because China Harbour Engineering Company, its parent company, is a state-owned company.
Oh, yes.
The issue that the Americans have, and I keep on saying it, the issue that the Americans have is not about Chinese investment. Their issue is that Chinese state investment. Because guess what I'm calling? And I agree with them. I agree with them. Because when you take up road work and building of houses that used to be given to local contractors, who the hell in Jamaica could compete with China Harbour Engineering Company in bidding?
No, it's not just a company. Compete with the government of China.
Exactly. So that's what I'm pointing. You're competing with the state of China that gives these guys 0 to 2% interest rate on loans. Yeah, very low. Plus, not only that, they have these huge concessions. So when them go pick up equipment in China, they not pay for that. Then wait until them done work, then them pay. But then I could talk a lot.
But what is happening with the hospital in Montego Bay? The Porsche similar hospital in Montego Bay. What is happening to that?
I could tell you what happened to it. The Chinese company that was building it is bankrupt. Yeah, Christopher Tufton now telling you these things. Let me tell you, it's bankrupt. So what happened? The monies that were given to build the hospital was given to a state company out of China. That company was involved in corruption in China and was charged in China and was locked down in China. That's why they couldn't pay the bill. The Minister Tufton knows it. And he's now trying to get this firm that was doing Ghana Regional, this very funny firm named ZEA. As I call them very funny. They've gone in a house, them in everything. Yeah? Every single thing.
Yeah.
He's now trying to get them to do it. And you could go corroborate the facts. The company that is building it was sanctioned by China for corruption, and they had to lock down. They had no more money. That's why I can't go nowhere else.
Right, because remember the workers walked off the job. And since that, no work has been done on that hospital?
None. Absolutely none. And I'm saying it is a disgrace and a disrespect to the name of Portia Simsimila. And I believe they deliberately do it. They deliberately delay the implementation of the hospital so they could have never off the food, right? But understand that the money was not given to Jamaica per se. It was given to these contractors. And one thing I know about Chinese contractor and tough stuff, when they sit on master, $10 become $50. Yeah?
Later, boy. Thank you. Much appreciated, sir. 876-804-7072. Talk Jamaica. That's the name of the program on a Sunday morning. We allow our listeners and viewers to take charge of the program on a Sunday morning. The biggest bauxite area plant in Jamaica has been closed down while the price of bauxite, alumina is soaring on the world market, and Jamaica is missing out. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, what is happening with that company? Floyd Green, you need to come talk to it and tell us. Morning, welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Just to find out something from you, Mr. Bill.
Yes.
The money where them say like them grant for the hurricane relief, the government not get it yet.
Of course. Since from about the third week after the hurricane, my brother, the government is sitting on about $115 billion and not helping the people.
That is the money that the other country them grant and thing.
The grants, the insurance, the donations, all of that money. It's about $115 billion.
Okay, because last time I bridge you not talk, I tell me say the government don't get no money yet from whatever the people them grant or
rubbish. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Andrew Holness told you in the parliament, Andrew Holness himself told you. And I'm going to find it and play it for you Monday evening, where the Prime Minister of Jamaica told you how much money they had not going to get, because that catastrophe bond that you hear them talk about praising Nigel Clark for, that's $150 million US. Them get that. There's another one called the CRIF, which is $90 million US that Omar Davis deal with that one. They got that. There are some monies that the multilaterals have, like some loan, some disaster loan where you can draw down upon. They have drawn down on those. So that we have to go pay back. Because those are cheap loans. And then you have the donation. The whole thing adds up to about $115 billion. Not going to get. The government have that. Tell them, say, Colin Bell tell you so. And tell them to come counteract this.
Now, I'll tell you that question. The JPS workers, them will come from over the foreign. Who pay them? The country where them come from pay them?
No, JPS have to pay them. So that's why I hear the Minister of Energy said that it is $75 million US a month to pay them.
Yeah. Because the man tell me say, the country where them come from pay them.
No. JPS is paying them.
Thanks.
All right, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, man, I listen to you regular, but first me I can't see.
Thanks very much, man. Enough respect. Tell your friend them about the channel.
Yeah, me love your show, man. Every Monday and come right down to Saturday and this morning, me listen, man.
Tell your friend them too. Tell them to come listen. Respect.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
One love. Yeah, man. This is where it is at, my people. 876-804-7072. You have to put 1 before it. 1-876-804-7072. Morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Good morning, Colin, and everyone on the chat.
Morning, Minister.
Colin, talk about bauxite and all that money we could be raking in, as a sovereign country, don't you think it is negligence on the part of this government to not utilize this?
Caller?
I'm saying, don't you
It,
think it's gross negligence?
it is both negligence and incompetence. I'm not leaving it. I am not leaving it to just negligence. There's a level of incompetence, and there's a level of what is that one? Because I don't understand how at this time, when the price of aluminum is so high on the world market, our largest bauxite company closed down, remains closed.
Due to what? Because of China and
Well,
the US and China problem. They have their own problem. Those boys have their own problem in the sandbox. So we, the Jamaican citizens, must be what? Scrubbing and neglected, and as you said, incompetence and starving because the two boys can't play nicely in the sandbox or whatever they gross they
no,
are
it's
each
not.
other.
It's not sandbox. Sandbox can't hold these two boys. So there's a saying that says, when the elephant play, the grass get trampled.
All right. So we are the grass.
Yes, and we are being trampled under the feet of these two elephants.
All right. However, US need to understand that China has been in our country from the 1600s. Where at the same time, they have their issues from all over the world. China, the Aka Chinese people are Jamaicans. They have built from Panama Canal and the southern hemisphere, and they've been invested in for over 75 years in the southern hemisphere. And it's business. It's not about feelings and friends and the friendship and all that. It is about what? People, our people. That's what we are, a sovereign country. Our citizens have their sovereignty in whatever capacity Britain gave us, and we need to utilize it and stand firm. There is a saying, Colin, and I wrote it down, two saying, and it's a good friend of mine. I make sure write it down, and I'm going to leave these two words saying with you. There's four things that we cannot take back. One, the spoken word. Two, the sped arrow. Three, past life. And four, neglected opportunity. I will stand on neglected opportunity this morning on the part of bauxite, aluminum, and what we are missing.
Minister.
Yes,
Neglected opportunity is the one I like.
I like that too.
And I tell you why. You just mentioned bauxite, the present situation, as a neglected opportunity. But I want to also add my pet peeve about the culture and the creative industry. Neglected opportunity there as well.
Okay, and I agree with you 100%. We need to expand on that and lobby and beat whatever we have, drums, armor, whatever, burn fire on this government to get off their we don't know what they sit on, and deal with the issues that we need to collecting revenues to look after our citizens. Our citizens is our people, and it's our first and foremost interest we should have. The next quote I have: don't lean on others. Be a man, but be the country that we are. Stand on a footing of our own. Be independent. Now, if we can, they say we are independent. And cultivate a strong backbone. I will stand on strong backbone this morning.
Yes, the backbone not strong at all.
And the creative you see this, I leave that with you, my brother Colin, and let you expand on our other people in the chat and callers. We need to lit this fire and burn down this whatever JLP government, what they call this. Have a good day.
Thank you, Minister. Neglected opportunity. I like it. Jamaica has failed to use these things that we have at our disposal. Talk Jamaica, morning.
Morning, boss. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, man.
I love your show, boss. I love everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm calling in from Jacksonville, Florida. I have
Jacksonville.
one question. In as far as the aluminum, with the price of aluminum going up like it is, and
Yeah.
the fact that the factory out there that they refuse to open.
The largest bauxite plant on the island is closed. Has been closed for a while.
Somebody's pulling the strings because they got to show some gumption. There's money to be made and you guys are not making it, and the people suffering.
Exactly.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Somebody's pulling the strings, bro.
The trade deficit. The trade deficit continues to widen. We are exporting little bit of $1 billion a year while importing nearly $7 billion. Yeah? And what Ralston told us yesterday, this plant could possibly have $1 billion in export to the country's economy. And because we have a weak government, the call a while ago says no backbone.
Exactly, and I agree with that. Jellyback people, you know what I mean? It's nuts, man. They are compromised. That's a fact. A blind man could see that. They are compromised. They need to be, snatching these dudes up, put them in short pants, and let them do the perp walk with all the scamming and stealing that they've done, and the people suffering.
Yeah.
Listen, after Melissa, and I see what all the other people's down there doing, the YouTubers and stuff. There's a guy from Portland. I like what he does, colors, and the donations that came in from the different countries and stuff. And I don't see anything publicized where they're giving it to the people at all.
Well, the government not really start give out nothing yet. They just made some announcements that they are going to now be giving grants to some people to assist with restoring their houses, which I don't agree. I don't think that's what the government should be doing. The government should be building houses, give the people them. Exactly. Those that are concrete structure that lose the roof. The government should have a set standard to put on back those roofs. Get contractors to put on the roof so that when the hurricane come back in June, hurricane season start June, those people should not need any assistance after another Category 5 hurricane, my brother.
Totally agree. And I mean, I'm sure there are tradespeople out there that can do these constructions and stuff like that. They just want to be given the opportunity.
But brother, if you've been listening to this show, early out in the piece, from about 3 weeks after the hurricane, we said that the government should call the developers, all the developers on the island, and ask them to cease their personal development for a month or 60 days and bring everybody down to the west and build houses for the people. Some idiot come tell me about people now have land tenure while the government have the most land. Build the houses them on government land, cut them up and put the people them there. We should not have this situation this year, because the hurricane season start June, when the next hurricane come.
I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no vision, man. They have vision, but you see, all them see does for themselves and them friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that being said, just keep burning the fire, boss. I respect everything that you're about and all your guests that's come on. I learned so much listening to you guys.
I appreciate it, my brother.
So big up yourself every time. Respect.
Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You see, somebody in the chat room are saying, Colin, build houses would mean they have to spend more money. The government is looking cheaper way out that they can pocket the... Listen, man, let me tell you something. My country, Jamaica, I love it so much. And what I want to see is resilient. The government love to use the word. Resilience. When this money is spent and these people are put back in houses, shelter over them head, it should be solid. It should be shelters that can withstand a Category 5 hurricane. These people, because some of the same people who get hit in a barrel, got hit again in Melissa, and the government is setting them up again to get hit in the next hurricane. Morning, caller, talk Jamaica.
Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Morning, welcome.
Calling from out of Florida.
Thank you.
China and United States, which one of the country you think Jamaica benefit more from?
When I talked to Ralston yesterday morning, there's more benefit from the US. Basically, what Ralston is saying. Speak up, you're gone low. Hello? Caller. If you have in a headpiece, you have to take it out and just talk in the phone. Or don't put us on speaker.
Sorry.
Yeah, go right ahead now. We're hearing you.
The remittance that come from America, that's why give Jamaica most money that they can do. Important thing.
Yeah.
More than tourism.
Our biggest foreign exchange income is from remittance, sir.
Yes, sir. Because with tourism, when somebody book, you book an exclusive. Most of the money leave here.
But hear this. But hear this: 70% of our tours come from America.
Yes. A lot of people say Chinese. Does the Chinese money when they invest in Jamaica, in Jamaica, or it come out of the country?
One of the things you have to remember, a lot of the Chinese investment in Jamaica, most of the work have to go to the Chinese. So
they bank their money in Jamaica?
I don't know. I doubt it. A lot of it stays in China.
So how it help Jamaica?
We get the infrastructure that is needed. We need infrastructure. And China is investing in Jamaica's infrastructure.
Well, I guess that's okay. Thank you very much, sir.
You're most welcome. But as you heard from Ed Boy a while ago, is that there are people who don't want that the Chinese, they don't want the Chinese to be here and investing and getting the kind of leverage in Jamaica. There are people who are having a problem with that aspects of things. But it cannot be that this bauxite plant just sit down there in St. Elizabeth. Is this Junior? Morning. Hello, Tala. Junior. Why you take so long to call me, brethren? Me vex with you, you know. Well, me a call for people and me just want to know that you're alive and well. Happy to hear you, my brother. Yeah, I was using that to comfort myself. Say maybe you're in the rural areas of St. James and you don't get back service yet.
Yeah, man. Remember say when they are St. James in the East Central area.
Where you know, Nikisha Burchell area, you know?
No, man. The green man.
Tala!
East Central. So, not going for me.
But so you wouldn't like to see in the chat room. You wouldn't like to see much people in the chat room right now. I said, Junior. Yeah. Happy to hear you, man. So what go on with you in the hurricane?
Everything mash up.
Your house mash up?
Yeah, everything. We lose everything. We have to relocate. We have natural land, you know, with some family members.
Then Junior, we have to fight because you know a whole heap of work we do in the relief thing. A whole heap of people will reach out to and get things to, you know, man.
You know, man. The communications are the problem. When you hear somebody show them like in the early morning when the service up.
Yeah.
And then everything got off. So
Brother.
that time what's like calling, we can't get to you.
Well, we come all chill on. They should have just sent a message on the phone, yeah, man.
This morning now, when I listen to the program, so I said, I have a call. I'm here Ed Boy a while ago. I said, more call after I come on. So we try, but the call never got through.
Yeah.
And then we forget, see, my realize I called me back. So we hear the phone ring up, realize I you.
Yes, man. Ed Boy, listen. People, yeah, man. People in the chat room I say, yo, we have to find a way. Yeah, man. We have to do something for your Junior. We have to. Me see your number come up now. So me I go call you back after the show, brother. you ask see how the producer full of goose, full of cool bomb. Come on, this man. Oh, Junior, man.
A long time. In fact, this time the end of the since hurricane.
Go again.
Because we get to talk to our topic. But we said, but make it try. And every time we try, the call number 2. So we said, all right. It looked like a headline over this man. So we said, we got definitely because of you, you know?
Yes, man. People, Junior. No, Junior, I have to link you. As soon as we come off, I have to link you. People, Junior say him lose everything. We have Junior. We have to say we have to find a way to make something reach your brother. Because our Trelawney will come give you things one at a time, you know. In a December we come Trelawney and we just carry some kids thing and give you things to. Yeah. Now Trelawney's way up at Dalrymple that. Well, in other one that we came, we come down, we go Clarkstone. Clarkstone, we go in December. Junior. Brother, me happy for hear you, Junior. You would even know. You would even know. Most program. I mean, I say every program, but most program we've been asking anybody hear anything about Junior. Is Junior all right? We just want to know, say all right, Dread. Why? Somebody's asking which part of St. James you did live. Limon? Limon. Adelphi. Yeah. Lima. Listen, Junior, we are going to reach you. We are going to reach you, brother. We are going to reach you, and we are going to make some assistance reach you. Big up yourself. Blessings. People, this morning was a successful show. I can't tell you. Me can't tell you, people. Me hear Junior, one of my general. Hallelujah. Father God, we just thank you. We thank you for life. We thank you for hearing from Junior this morning, Jesus. We thank you. For Noah said, yeah, him lose everything, but Junior is all right. The man said, everything. Lose everything. But him have life. Why? Happy to hear you, youth. Mr. People, the producer full of coal bomb. Nah, Junior is on. Big up yourself, Junior. Because if Junior was here, you know Junior had to find something to say about Michelle Charles. Junior had to give you a lyrics about Michelle Charles. Wow. No. You see, we're a family around here. We're a family. And when one of our family missing, we are concerned. And we were very concerned about Junior. And the amount of people in the chat room, Madam Producer. Yeah. Yeah, everybody has said good for you from Junior. How can I give him 100 US? Yeah, man, we are going to sort out. We are going to sort out something for Junior. One Uncle Junior. A blessed Sunday. Bless Uncle Junior. Yeah, man. Boy, I tell you. I am telling you. Happy to hear from Junior this morning. Very, very happy. Pringle, morning. Wagwan. Yeah.
I don't believe you should be telling where I'm getting information from.
He told us where he get the information.
Yeah, friends with the PNP and friends with the GLP.
Well, my friends, yeah. Well, he must know him friends them. I trust Ed Boy understand how him get him thing.
I don't know, maybe I could be wrong.
And you could be right too.
Yeah. I'm more right.
Yeah, you could be right. We have to be careful how we divulge our sources. Yeah, man.
The other thing, hearing talk something about winning, PNP or no other party in Jamaica, as me tell you all the while, will never become government again.
I dash. No, I mean I agree with that. It might be a while, but so Ralph Gonzal, hold on. After 20 years, Ralph Gonzal lose the election. Remember, PNP was in power for 18 straight years, and lose after that. The GLP only gone 10. And what I'll say to you, Pringle, it is the PNP that lost the last election, not the GLP winning it. It's the PNP threw away that election.
But those other people that was in government, they behave like this man.
No, that is, you have a point. But this man is going to fall in a Pringle because this man is doing a lot of wrong things. It's not like this man is doing good and operating in a transparent way and, taking the country to a place where you have to admit that, yes, the country is growing, the government is doing well. So this man is not really doing well in that aspect. This man is just a dictator and somebody who is manipulating the people of Jamaica. So that is what will make a difference. When you push the people to a limit, the people will come back at you. Oh, somebody said, yeah, man.
If I make 75,000 people pick so that can't buy.
Pringle, let me tell you something. That is that you see, and that's what I was worried about, the lack of vision to do things. Because if the people then put back them roof the same way that they were, if we get a category 3 hurricane this year, those people will need government assistance again. So here is another squander. And I hear somebody told a talk show host the other morning that the government should bring in the master builders to fix back the house. I think what the caller said was to put it to just the master builders. But the government should have its criteria, get contractors to fix these houses. It shouldn't be no, you get this and you get that. You should have bring in contractors, mass labor in the area, and build houses. Those that are concrete, that are on zinc roof, put in the columns and slab them. The government should not spend no money on putting back zinc roof per house. It shouldn't be.
Right. But what do you figure why the government have pinched the money, so?
Somebody in the chat room a while ago said, Colin, if the government build houses, they're going to have to spend most of the money. And then they wouldn't get to pocket a lot. So they're not building the houses. They want to just give a little piece to say they give something. And then they go and pocket the rest. It is corruption, Pringle. Corruption.
Well, my view is that they must pinch the money. That thing can't get the money. Because billion third city.
You say, must save the money if you go build in third city.
Yeah, man, if I pinch the money for build in third city and all that things.
But what he should do is build the third city out of the multilaterals money. Build Black River out of that. The 115 billion should build proper houses for the Jamaican people. The housing stock is weak.
This year, in Somalia, brother, did have a little get together at Manchester, said a little bit with it, and his father they did it.
Somewhere down that place, them. I think I saw it.
Right? Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
Somebody did an interview with your father, and his father said, he did want to ask him to help him by taxi. He said, finish your education first. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he never sleep here a while, and when he go look for him, he tell him, say, buy one taxi. And I believe he said, buy another one. And he have 30 taxi around in and around Spanish Town.
And some come off of the wharf. And some still left to come off of the wharf.
No, we never hear that part. The father said, buy one, and then buy another one, So when them say one carrying that
Two.
foolishness.
Two taxi. When them say a two taxi, that was foolishness. Yeah. That's what the father said.
So tell me now. Investigators can investigate and find out if the man did have 30 taxi and run around the town and tap all on the man.
but
30 taxi where he would have making money from.
Is that him? Yeah, well, but that maybe that's not even important because see, him statutory filing from about 2021 cannot be certified. That is no more important. Can't the investigators get deep and find out what they need to find out?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if it can be proved that the man did around 30 taxi, right? And that has something to do with him wealth, right? Which it could be, it could not, maybe, right? Well, check out every man did have 30 taxi license around on the road.
Well, if people need to know, they can know. But Wayne in the chat room is saying the IC report said 3 taxi. So
they investigated the 30 taxi license.
Well, but remember this 30 just came to the fore, you know. this 30 just came to the fore after during the interview with the father. We never hear about that anywhere before.
Don't know. So investigate and never told leave him alone.
All right, sir. For me, that is neither here nor there. But for those who want to know, yes. Because that no, but you see, the thing is, the taxi service was before this man was in politics. We don't want to go back into the man's personal life before politics. Yes. When the man got to school, when the man got to UA, yeah, man, before politics. I don't believe in digging in people's life that way. What we want to know now is how he get the money when he come in at the politics. That is important because that was when he have access to our money, to taxpayers' money. No, in the taxi before he come in politics. And he used to work with Siaga. And that's why we want to, when him talk about FinSac, maybe him can give you some information about FinSac. Yes, but you see, Pringle, let me tell you something. You and I agree. Turn on that for me. You and I agree that the PNP need to learn politics. PNP now don't know politics. Politics. The PNP need to know how to politic. They don't have that. So
when them had information about FinSac with who in the government, the present government, and every time they come in a parliament, they pinch. If they not call on name and lie, they tell you know.
Hey, let me tell you something. Andrew Holness is a strategist. And one strategy in any game is that if you attack, you are going to be harder to come under attack. So what Andrew does is attack the PNP with FinSac and push the PNP on them back foot. And the PNP right now need a big forward to go at Andrew and attack him first. Yeah, man. All right, my brother. Respect and thanks, Pringle. Yeah, man. The Sunday morning show is called Talk Jamaica, where we take calls for the most part. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. Hello? Yeah, man. Go ahead. Morning.
You know why I listen to your program?
Tell me.
Because you're trying to be honest.
Truth.
And it's when me listen all the caller like the caller that just call and talk about Andrew father interview. Them the thing they hurt because if I the same interview me listen. Because the man say Andrew asking me help him buy 2 cars. and he couldn't. And the next time he see Andrew and he said, "What son where you go now?" He said, "Me have 30 cars." The man chuckled before he said that. You see the whole thing where we take out the context. The man I tell us Andrew a liar. The father, me hear even people calling about me have an understanding. Me understand English.
Yeah.
Right? And when the man I tell you, because when he talk about the poor car where Andrew have been paid by, you know, he said he couldn't afford to buy, you know.
So tell him to go finish his education. Tell him to finish his education at the time.
Yeah, so when you tell him say have 30 car, you know, I show up and the father like him and say, boy, you see me get the car without you help me.
Yeah.
I tell you where you have to put it in, under the context they put it in. The man chuckle before he talk about 30 car, because he say when I'm just saying buy two, he start with 2 car, nothing no go so.
I hear you.
That the man say, you know,
I hear you.
He say nothing no go so. How if you have 30 car a couple of weeks down the road with some van walk it clear. And at the same time he say, me I go come out of the business.
Yeah. Understanding is critical, my brethren. Understanding is critical.
Yeah.
Critical to understand.
The first time I start me get out there, say he never had no car, he no start with no car.
But you know the question for me coming out of that caller, what is Andrew's relationship with his father? Because it not sound good to me.
Yeah, because he take the me I go. When I tell him, I tell him, take his 2 room where I'm gonna sell back to. He might tell me and me have them.
Go and raise me at them.
Yeah. The next thing, you feel comfortable with the Chinese investment in Jamaica?
Let me tell you. You see, as a
Let me rephrase it. With how them are investing in Jamaica?
I am not comfortable, but we must remember that the Chinese came here really under the People's National Party, you know. In terms of hold on. In terms of China Harbor engineering, check. It is PNP that brought them here.
No.
Who brought them here?
Bruce Golding bring them here in 2008.
No, they were here.
When he run with Bouye to do the piece of road at airport.
No, man.
First contract and go do your research, man. You know no problem, you know.
All right, we will check it. Ed boy, check that for me and tell me. But I thought my
after that he make a war with Bouye over Mount Rasta with the part where I sing and again now give them no more money and run their way.
No man, but was it checked? Was that China Harbor? Because I think China Harbor Engineering came to do the overhead, that.
Listen again. You see when Bruce underneath Bruce Golding government,
yeah.
Then give Bruce Golding $480 million US grant. Buy them way in Jamaica.
Somebody's saying that you are right, but I'm going to double check it. And somebody's also saying no, it was the PNP that brought the Chinese. Well, we're gonna check it. No, may I ask Ed boy to check it right now and touch base with me.
2008 in power.
No, 2008 we weren't in power. That is true. No man, Bouye was here, and I will do the first highway. Bouye?
Yeah.
Think them do the first highway, and then.
The breakout start with the piece of a Mount Rasta, the Treasure side, where they say that sink every minute.
Yeah.
I even that the 2,000 acre land where they get, you know, that was the money that they get to do that.
May I go check that though?
Why they sign it? Bruce Golding give them the land, and when Peter Phillips come in, he re-sign it. He never cancel it. Do your research, man.
All right, we're gonna check it. Yeah, man. Hold on. Yeah. Yes, Highway 2000. No, Highway 2000 was PGA thing, you know. That would have been Bouye, who do Highway 2000. Bouye is a French company, right?
Yeah.
Right, them do Highway 2000. So somebody else is saying that you are right. So we will check it and Tala! Man saying can't wrong. All right.
Remember when we started, we said the reason why I call the program because you're trying to be as honest as possible.
Yeah, man, a truth we are look for, brother. A truth we are look for. So once at the truth. Yeah, man, once at the truth. And that we are look for the truth, my brother. So call me more often.
Even right now, I'm telling about it, it also man to make, because if no make problem out the house, them, yeah, money if you make house.
And a thousand. The man need to make 10,000 house and put on his name in a history. The man a go like him a idiot. You know say Andrew.
$3.4 billion to make 1,000 house. The man, the last after election in September, I say he make 304.
So hold on. So are you to tell me say he owe with 9,000 hard house? Aye. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yeah, man. They don't have to give you one name, man. You don't have to tell me your right name. Schofield. School them field. All right. All right, Schofield. Big up yourself. Thanks. All right. Me like bright callers. I'm not like Andrew Owens who don't like bright people. Me love bright people because me like teach and me like learn. Morning, Talk Jamaica.
Good morning, Mr. Bird.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you this morning?
Good enough because we hear from Junior this morning, one of our ardent listener that we have not heard from since the hurricane. We heard from him this morning, told us that he lost everything, so we want to gather something together. I'll go and call him after the show, find out how we can get something to him, because we have to do something for Junior.
Yeah, we have to help each other. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks you for the wonderful work you have been doing. I've been listening keenly, and you're balanced and all great attributes.
But you know me not claim balance though. Me claim truth. Me not worry about balance. Truth is the ultimate for me.
Yeah. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Andrew been in power from 2016?
Yes.
Yeah. And since he's been in power, it's total disaster.
Total disaster.
Yeah, so I have a question. What do you think good can come out of his tenure in office?
Right now, him can...
From 2016 until now, his whole entire...
Well, right now, him have an opportunity. I believe him have an opportunity to almost be great. I believe that if him go ahead and build 15,000 houses for the people and we get damaged and put the people in a solid houses that is hurricane resistant, can withstand category 5 hurricane, he would come out looking much better than he is right now, because right now he's not looking good. But if he build some houses, it can change him outlook.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at him being great or anything like that. He's done.
But if him
talking about is the Jamaican people, the goodness can come out of this from to the Jamaican people and the land.
Yeah, man, the people in Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, St. Anne, the people who are living in places that are not theirs, living in some shacks, him can build proper house, give them. As I explained, build them a 24 by 12 shell out of concrete, slab roof, put them in a that. I mean, him can have something against him name, make him look better than he's looking now.
We're kind of, I'm not getting the point across to you, because the point that I want to make is that the disaster that he created, I don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as a great thing, because every disaster you get the chance to rebuild.
Yes.
And you get the chance to do new rules and reset everything.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So
yeah.
What has happened with Andrew tenure is that it opened Jamaican eyes to politics and their vote that matters. So I think that what he did is change the whole landscape and the whole politics about how we look at politics and how we look at politicians. Jamaicans I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think Jamaicans are going to think more and look at policies and look at what's best for their grandchildren.
I hope so. I really hope so, Carla. I hope so.
Yeah, it's proven. To me, what I've known is that after all disaster and all of that, good come out of stuff like those.
Why September 3rd not give me no hope though?
But the people them in Jamaica, they are the one that causes on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the ones supposed to blame the most, because since 2017 I haven't been back in Jamaica because I decided, like, listen, I'm not going to Jamaica while this guy is in power. But because I know him, that's why I'm saying that.
Oh,
I
okay.
try to preach it to a lot of people down there in St. Elizabeth, Spanish Town, all over. I try to preach to them, like, what are you doing that? People are frenzy about Andrew. They're going frenzy when I was down there in 2017, like, he's a god. And I'm like, yo, you don't know this guy. This guy ate Jamaica because he born poor. And he decided that he's going to damage the country because he born poor.
Born poor and not dead poor.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but who know him know who he is. And I did expect more people from St. Catherine High School to come out and speak out against him, because he was head boy for a lot of people. He was head boy for D&J, Spice, and all these people. I don't hear them licking out against him. I don't hear all these people that go to school with him and he be a head boy for so many years over them, and they don't say nothing. Everybody keep their mouth shut. So this is the reason why I said after every bad, good can come out of it, because it opened their eyes to doing better, making better choices, and it's gonna be better. I guarantee it 1,000,000%, because and the next thing, Jamaica must not sit down and wait for Uncle Sam to come and get Andrew. It's not gonna happen.
All right, sir.
The people have to get out Andrew themselves.
Yes.
Take control of everything and deal with the matter. Too much corruption, too much licky business. It's just sickening, sitting and watching all these things happening. It's like you're helpless. It just, a lot of people, it disappoints a lot of people, so it damages them so much you wouldn't even believe, because you're helpless. You can't do nothing, because first, you're not in the island. That is number one. And the second thing is that if the people are not going to think and do the right thing, it's not going to work. It don't matter what anybody say on the internet or do whatever. These people are hard to understand. It's hard to deal with Jamaica, I'm telling you.
All right, my brother. I'll take a few more calls.
All right, thank you.
Blessings and thanks for the call. 876-804-7072. Ed boy. Yeah.
And I tell them who brought the Chinese first. It was not really the government of 2007. It was a guy in Portland by the name of Y.P. Seaton. Yes?
Yeah.
So Y.P. Seaton had met these Chinese. We don't know him meet them. And he introduced them to Mike Henry. What they did was the first project out of Harborview that they laid the stones along the airport road.
So the caller was right. All right.
But I want the callers to know that these Chinese that are operating now in Jamaica were not the first, were not the same ones. So China has changed its management.
Yeah.
And it seems like this management is the one that the Americans have issue with. Because before, it was not so much an issue with that management. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify that. And by the way, Junior, good to hear you.
Boy.
Get my number from Shaka.
Yeah, man.
Reach out to you. So because you know you're an elder statesman.
I'm going to touch base with him, Ed boy, and I'm going to find out how people can send things to him, send it directly to him.
I want to get some stuff to him. So
Yes, man. Definitely. Definitely. Thanks, Ed boy. So Ed boy concurred. The caller was right. Morning, talk Jamaica. Portland Spice TV. Please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the channel with your friends and family. Click the notification bell to ensure that whenever we are on, you are on. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin, good morning.
Morning, sir. How you do?
Thank you. The Chinese has also invested in London and UK.
Yeah? Yes.
I work on buildings just near the American embassy in Baghdad, and investors are Chinese.
Yes. Now, the Chinese are investing right across the world.
Definitely. And Canada have just signed a $1 trillion contract with the Chinese.
Yeah?
And the Premier of Canada said they are in a new world order.
But I want...
Canada is in a new world order. They're not born to America and their bullish behavior.
No, but I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something that China is now attacking America. Enough people don't know. Christopher Campbell, morning. Welcome to Portland, sir. Send me something yesterday. Hold on. China cut U.S. debt holdings to 17-year low, shifting their reserve. So China is attacking the Americans on the financial front, on the economical front.
Yes, listen to me, Colin. Don't be surprised if Canada don't get into the BRICS. The BRICS in the future. Don't be surprised if the Canada don't shift over to the BRICS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. America is a giant empire, and Trump bullyism is not going to work. Because right now, see Europe there, Europe is not happy with America behavior towards Greenland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, China, that only part debt with China, where US owe China, China is shifting that to gold. Yeah? And the US dollar will now come under pressure because of what China is doing.
Yeah, man, listen to me. China, the Canadians has opened up wide up to the Chinese, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't call to speak on the Chinese stuff. You know, I called to speak on something that the Prime Minister said and the one in Parliament. He said there's a lack of tradesmen in Jamaica.
Oh?
But he does not tell you the truth, and I want to bring the people who are listening on the program the truth about why Jamaica has a lack of tradesmen and who are responsible for it. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
In the 70s, 72, Kenny Road in Hanover, which is Kenny Road.
Nuts. Hold on. Continue.
Kenny Road in Hanover was a training center for tradesmen.
Hold on.
From 1 to 12 dorms.
Talking Jerome, Maga Beach. So talk him and then they call Carol.
Each dorm has 16 bed. 16, I think, yeah, 16. Yeah, 16. And 16 bunk bed. And each bunk bed, you have 2 persons. So it's about 22 to each dorm. Okay? And you have from dorm 1 to dorm 12. So technically, you have about 380 to 400 Jamaicans, young men, down there to learn a trade. At Kenny Road, you used to teach electrical, building construction, engineering, blocks, agriculture, driving, carpentry, and what I left out now. Economics, trade people, chef and waitering. Okay. And agriculture, I think I remember agriculture. I think they had a well-in department here too. And
and where you said this was? Okay.
The 72. So you have 380 Jamaicans from what Jamaica, 40 parishes. So down there to learn a trade. Okay?
Yeah, man, we're listening.
Well, did you know what the central government does?
Lock it down?
Shut it down. And then he's coming and Parliament and said there's treatment. Okay? Okay?
Mm.
I mean, and they got the responsibility. I mean, because remember now, Kelly Bird was a boarding, you're bored there, you're boarding. You get cheese cream in a day.
Yeah.
You have a bed to sleep on. You know, these are poor people kids, all over Jamaica.
Mm.
All over Jamaica, 14 parishes. And they were there to learn electrical work, laying blocks, agriculture, driving, carpentry, woodwork, tailoring. Let me say, I think I feel like tailoring. Tailoring, I was also one of them too.
Yeah.
Okay? That was in 72, because I got big at 72. You know what I'm saying? And these, I don't talk about Kabla. I must talk about Kenny Word, because I'm talking about what I know firsthand, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this, the GLP government is the one that shut it down, and then it's coming to Parliament and said, okay, the country lack of treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, hold on. Somebody in the chat room is saying that I work at VTD. Was that the same thing you're talking about? Then when all the residential centers were in existence, and also those nearly every community, Kellingworth, C4 town, see I got close them down. Yeah.
You live there for 2 years. I can speak on that because I'm talking about first-hand experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Kabla was the same thing to Kabla. But they were the same. But in Kabla, you teach machines to machines and Kabla. Machines.
Somebody's saying that the car. Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
That's me?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think Kabla. I met a guy who went there and said he learned machines there. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what they teach there. But I'm saying that Andrew Wallace is coming to Parliament and he's talking about the lack of trade money in the country. And he have to speak about what the Edward Shadow government have shut down all these spaces.
Well,
they don't take responsibility for the actions. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So, you know, these are things that people need to know, because the young kids don't know nothing about these things. You know what I mean? They know nothing about these things that were happening. You know what I mean? In the 70s. This was shut down by the GLP government. And now he's coming and talk about the lack of treatment in the Colin, listen to me. People need to put them, let them justify their stupidness. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know. Anyway, I mean that's my piece for the day. You know what I mean?
All right. Thank you very much. Are we hearing the caller? Well, somebody said that they were having problems hearing the caller. I think we sorted that out. Mr. Neville. Let me get to Neville. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, my viewers and listeners. Neville.
Hello, good morning, Colin.
Wagwan, my brother. Welcome.
Well, I'm in Meadowbrook listening to the program.
Blessings, man. One love.
Yeah, I just want to point out something. Morning to your listeners and your callers.
Yes.
In World War II, approximately 28 million Russians died to save the world from Adolf Hitler. Yes. 25 million Chinese died in that war. And what Putin is telling you now, that all the countries that he fought to protect against Hitler is now turning their guns against him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Jamaican people must not believe that there will ever be a war where 28 million Russians will die, or 25 million Chinese will die to save the world. We're in an economic war.
Well, China has launched their war against the US. I don't know if you saw it, Never.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
And we as African people around here, we must clean up our yard to ensure.
Go ahead, Neville, we're listening.
Yeah, to ensure that we can have a better life.
Yes.
Because one of the things that we need to learn from Hurricane Melissa is that you see all the money that we're talking about, what Britain must give us. What you call that money again, call it?
Reparation.
Yeah, we could start our reparation in the county of Cornwall, you know.
Yeah, because I believe that if the government is serious, or if we are really serious about reparation, land reparation should be the first step. Giving the people of Jamaica the government land, or what you call crown lands.
Exactly, to build back this economy fundamentally. Because when you see Donald Trump lock the gate of America, our professionals down here are going to eat up the labor market, you know.
Yes.
And we must remember that when the labor market eat up as it gets nearer to the budget, it's going to cause more suffering in our economy, especially for those in the minimum wage, because the 18,500 minimum wage that was promised in the election, that won't be fulfilling.
Yeah.
And in fact, it may lead to a lot of layoff because none of the election promises will ever be fulfilled within the next 5 years.
Well,
one last thing I must point out is that the community of Portmore, they must take an example from Hurricane Melissa and what is going on, because most of the houses in Portmore are not insured.
Oh, most of the houses in Jamaica are not insured.
Thank you. I remember that Portmore is sitting on the water.
Yeah.
Very vulnerable community.
Yeah.
And it is about time that as people put away the politics and demand from government what we want them to do for us.
And only 13% of the workforce in Jamaica have a pension.
Thank you, sir. So you know what that's going to do to the African male when they reach in their 60s. A lot of African males going to find themselves living in the street, you know. Because the African males are seen as the provider, the protector, and the fixer of the family.
Yes.
And I believe, and I'm going to say it on your program because we are on YouTube, I believe that there is an agenda in Jamaica, what I call the LGBT agenda, to destroy the African males. You know?
Well, we have to be careful, open our eyes and look.
Because the Samoa agreement has not properly been explained to the Jamaican people. You know?
Yeah.
And it's about time that the government show the people how much money they get as grant and gifts for the Jamaican people who have been affected by the hurricane, and because it's not the consolidated fund money we're dealing with. You know?
Yes. And they have been giving us some report, Neville. They have been giving us some reports that we are looking at, and both the insurance money, the disaster loans that are available. Since about the third week after the hurricane, the government have about $115 billion that they have to spend to recover from the hurricane that they have not been spending.
Yeah, so the minimum money that should be on the ground for the housing people is $1 million.
How much?
We should start at $1 million each.
Well,
and go up from there.
All right, my brother.
And I want to point out one last thing to you, Colin.
Yeah.
Too many of our Jamaican people in the small, medium sector still working without payslip.
Yes.
And if you are saving in the NHT, a lot of people whose house has been damaged in the country, if they were contributing to the NHT, they would have gotten some benefit in addition to the government benefit.
All right.
So we have to look at that sector as well to make sure you collect your pay slip at the end of the week.
Yes.
And your statutory deductions are properly paid over, because it's crunch time in the world.
All right, my brother. Enough respect.
Any country without any middle class is going to suffer.
Yes, yes. Respect. Thanks, Neville.
Take care, Colin. You did a very good program.
Thank you. I want to assist Andy. Andy just sent me a message. Andy Brain, I saw. Wait there. Saying that the Jamaican economy grew by 5.1%. Hold on, caller. the Jamaican economy grew by 5.1%. The third quarter over, and this is where you now must understand Andy Brain, over the same period last year. The third quarter of last year, the Jamaican economy declined by 3.2%. In fact, first they said it was 5%. So if you grow 5.1% over that quarter, when you take away the 3.2 or 3.1, I think you only leave with 1.9%, somewhere thereabout. And that's not growth, my brother. It is really a recovery. Andy, it is a recovery over last year, because remember, last year, second, third, and fourth quarter was declined. Jamaica was in a recession. So now that we are recovering, so you need to understand that. And tomorrow morning at 9:45, Ralston Iman will be talking to the head of Statin. And I hope questions like those will come to the fore. So you must listen that tomorrow morning. Jamaica has not grown by 5% in a very, very long time. In fact, the last time Jamaica grew by 3% was under PNP administration coming up into 2007. No GLP administration between Bruce Golding and Andrew Wilness has gotten to 2% growth in any quarter in the economy. So you have to understand when them say grew by 5.1% over the same period last year. We have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Blessed top of the morning, Colin.
Yes.
And your listeners. And heal up to the man, Junior. Happy to hear him voice this morning.
May I tell you, man, it was a blessing.
Right. All right. Colin, the man was talking about Kenilworth. He's right about the training facility in Kenilworth.
Yes.
He's very right. And that was one of the biggest and earliest training facility in Jamaica at the time in the 70s. I must tell you this. Flight Green have an uncle that died down there back then too, got stabbed in Kenilworth. Our Minister of Agriculture, Flight Green.
Yeah.
So I know about that.
What about
facility.
Seaford Town? What you start at Seaford Town?
Good. Yes, they have one there too. They have one at Kabla. Was a later part, but after Siaga come in, he shut down all those places. At the same time, he tried to change the name of youth service to heart program. And you see how those things affect Jamaica up to these days when you have disaster like this.
Yes.
Because I could remember as a child growing up, when they have to open a new community with electricity, who do the wiring under the supervision of expert? Youths who goes to the training facility.
Yes.
And it was at a minimum cost. I can tell you, my mother's house was wired at that time, in that time. You know how much it cost my mother to wire the house?
No, tell me.
$15. That's the only thing she have to pay. 15 Jamaican dollars.
What year was that?
That was like in the 70, I think it's like about 77.
Because that $15 then, could be 150,000 now. The value of that $15 then could be about $150,000 now in terms of the strength of the money, the spending value of the money.
But that was pretty much just cover everything, meter and everything.
Yes.
At that time. So, as I said, it was a youth from the training facility that got out and did. That was a program that Michael had that
Michael Manley is a legend, a visionary,
Right. You see what I mean? Think about you having the training facility running all this time until now. You don't have to worry about getting so much private other contractor to come in to do this kind of project.
But caller,
it goes back
I still believe that present in Jamaica right now, we have enough tradesmen that could build back the West. And we could build the West in 60 to 90 days maximum. We could build all the houses that are required for the people who got damaged down there. The government lacks vision, lacks will. to really
without a doubt
sort out the people. And when they use the word resilient, somebody should have licked them with a hammer every time, because they're not thinking resilience. Because if you were thinking resilience, you wouldn't be offering anybody $75,000, $250,000, because you can't put back people in the same position to be destroyed again under our next hurricane.
And I would say this, I would say this too. If they were thinking resilient, they wouldn't come out and read a proposal to say a job complete. That's another point we can think of, when a guy can come out and read a proposal and say, we finished the job up to this point. Now, and this takes back all the way back to even public works department. None of the road would be well set and under good supervision of engineers who work with public works department. So that's another downfall that they left us as well. But let's talk about this situation with Andrew Onis trying to give the churches how many millions of dollars for rebuilding.
$75 million.
And this is right. And I don't think that's the right way for him to go. And I will beat the devil and give him right, because Warmington step out on it, and I agree with him. I don't think that's how they should do. I think the prime minister should work as a mediator between the banks and the church to give them a loan, a low repayment,
well,
and at
there's
a good
also
time
that
to pay.
my understanding is that there's also a loan that they can get from the NHT. But Carl, I will be truthful to you. I have no problem with the government assisting some churches to get back on their feet. There is enough money there to assist, and the government should assist. But I am also disappointed and very upset the fact that almost 3 months after the hurricane, people are still sleeping on the tarpaulin. People are still wondering how they are going to get back on their feet. I think the government has been lethargic, very lazy, and very cruel to the people who got messed up down there in those 5 parishes.
But the prime minister is always willing to give people things that he will get back more or get back in return from. He's not interested in helping poor people. Think back even to the youth them who get trapped in Ukraine in a war zone and was looking to come home. And he recommend they go and get a loan.
May I tell you, them dangerous. But call me tomorrow evening. We'll be on at 5 o'clock Jamaica time. Gotta run.
All right, my brother.
Blessings.
All right.
Talk Jamaica. We do it every Sunday morning. Sometime we start at 8:30 or by 9 o'clock we are on. Please remember to join us. Happy to hear from Junior this morning. That's it, my listeners and my viewers. Thanks, everybody. We will be back on tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock sharp. Do remember to join us. This has been Talk Jamaica. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening. The Colin Bell Show.